Just got this pack of special effects brushes. They're kind of all skewed around the package from shipping, but I wanted to try these out. I had seen a couple of other artists using special effects brushes. The first one I saw was an artist using this filbert grainer brush. And I don't know if you can see the tip. It's kind of, let's see. There it goes. It's kind of wispy. She was using it to create animal fur. So let me see. And very light grasses. So you can kind of see this like fine detail effect here and see how it would be good for fur or for hair. So after seeing that brush, I wanted to see what else I could find out there. And I found this brush from Art Secret. It's a filbert comb brush. And you can see that it has that combed effect. And it's also going to produce like some interesting lines. So it would also be good for hair and for foliage, things like that. I do want to point out though, you don't necessarily have to buy a pack of brushes. One of the artists I was watching had this brush from Rose & Co. And it was like a rotary brush designed specifically for foliage, for creating trees and that kind of effect. In the comments of the video, someone said they made their own by cutting a brush down. So I don't know if you can see on the brush here where I've cut sections out of the brush and I've just been experimenting with it. And you get a really nice effect with this brush. You get like a kind of swirl type of pattern there. Maybe I should do it in a darker color so you can see it a little bit better. But what you can do is you can, while you're painting, you can sort of just rotate it and it makes this like bushes and tree patterns, and you can leave in some of the white paper underneath for lighting effects. And at the time I wanted to buy the brush, but it's a shipped item for me, so it's not quite in my budget. Anyway, I made, let's see if I had a picture of it in the journal. I practiced and made this quick tree using that rounded brush. So the point is, the brushes you're seeing today, you can buy them, or you can use some of your old worn out brushes and make your own. Kind of experimenting with this one here. I've got kind of this, let's see. And it's not going to focus. There it goes. You can see where it's kind of forked there. So I'm just kind of experimenting with cutting out the center part of the brush and seeing what I can get. And then some of the older brushes that are missing hairs, I'm using some of those as well. So you don't necessarily need to buy anything, but I did want to try this pack out. I think I paid 20 US for it. Can't quite remember. I've bought a few things, usually around this time of year when there are a lot of sales starting around Thanksgiving. I'll buy a few new art supplies for myself, and then the rest of the year I try to keep a rule where I am only purchasing things as I need them, colors or whatever as I need them. So it's just like a full brush set. Each of the brushes is a little bit different, and I wanted to see what effects they were going to give. Use a darker color. Oh, so I can get a really nice swirl pattern going there. Let's see what this one does. These are number 12 in size. It doesn't look like, though, all of them seem to have different tips, even though they get smaller in size. So there's not like a corresponding size 8 or a size 6 or anything like that in the exact same brush tip. But again, you could probably easily cut down an older brush to get this effect. This one's just going to have that thicker. This one looks kind of like a fishtail. This one is kind of a two-layered wedge there. And this one, some of these you can get, I think, quite thin. So you can get kind of a very thin line like this. You can do an effect like that. You can create some interesting abstract kind of patterns. Probably be good too for certain types of trees. So this one has a, let's see, you can kind of see like a deckled edge. Let's use another color here. Let's see. So kind of a weird zigzaggy line here. Might be good for curly hair. It's this one. This one has some chunks sort of taken out of different parts of the brush. I did see a couple of other brands of these, but they were kind of out of my budget range. Could probably play around and create some interesting abstract backgrounds with some of these. So again, we're going smaller, and some of these just have sections cut out of it. You can see it there. So it's kind of like the brush. Let's see if I can lift it up. So you can see it's just kind of like part of it is shorter in the middle. So what you would do if you were going to cut is you would cut parts of the brush, like bend your brush back, cut parts of them shorter like that, so that you could get the effects. You can sort of see here where it's darker. In that middle section is where the shorter brush bristles are. So again, they're all kind of in some ways similar. But I suppose this could save you some time. And this one's very similar again, smaller. We're getting down now. These are all size 8. There it goes. And again, the darker parts on these brushes are where the shorter bristles are located at. So some of them you're getting more of a fine line, and some of them you're getting more of a chunky line. You still get a very narrow, thin line with these. Might be interesting also for lettering. Let's switch, move over to this page here, the last ones. So this last group, they are all number 6s, and they're smaller. A couple of them are similar actually to the larger ones. So we had here, we had the 12 with that two layered wedge, and now we have a 6. This one is sort of like a fishtail. I guess I should hold these up too so you can see. So we sort of have the fishtail going here. It's just not as deep. And then you have a couple of these are like the different prongs. I just liked the idea of being able to add in some hair and do some other interesting things a little more quickly and with a little more, I guess you would say, confidence than I was having with just my regular round brush. So this one, it's longer in the middle. Almost like little paw prints, but you could make like little plants. You could also probably dab this over a tree to make some quick leaves. All of them make interesting marks, but again, you don't have to purchase. You can find some older brushes if they aren't doing their best and cut them down. So we'll see what I make with these over the next year. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.